The next option that they have would be to have someone escort you out or escort the stuff out.
Or just take it down. Really?
I don't have a law degree, dude. I don't have a law degree.
That the resolution violates Alabama state code, saying,
James.
Really?
James.
Why is she doing this?
Go ahead, James.
Why is she so aggressive?
Go ahead.
Garbage wife or a garbage mayor pro
Hey,
tem?
you need to stop. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the JTown Press. Today we are bringing you a special story out of a little town called Margaret, Alabama. You're going to be watching a lot of video and audio that they don't want you to see. It starts out with a city council member who gets removed for exercising his rights in an open public meeting by the police chief. JTown has heard rumors that not only does Margaret not have a balanced budget, it doesn't even have a budget. Anybody who's a resident of Margaret, maybe go put a public records request in. This is going to be a wild ride. You're going to see a city council who fights harder to violate your rights than just being open and transparent. And I've said it several times on this channel. If you're so afraid to be recorded, what are you hiding? And like always, all the public information will be in the description and pinned comment. Always stay peaceful. Grab your popcorn, kick back, enjoy the video.
At the last meeting and the meeting before that, there was a motion made about recording of the meetings, and this body voted not to allow those recordings. And my understanding is someone has a recording device, they need to remove it.
So, 2023 Code of Alabama, Title 36, Section 25A-6, recording of a meeting. A meeting of a governmental body, except while in executive session, may only be recorded by any person, may be openly recorded by any person in attendance by means of a tape recorder or any other means of sonic, photographic, or video reproduction, provided the recording does not disrupt the conduct of the meeting. The governmental body may adopt reasonable rules for the implementation of this section. Can you please explain how we are openly violating a state law?
I believe you are openly violating state law. Y'all have never adopted any rules or regulations concerning the recording of meetings. You didn't do that at your initial meeting. You started recording these meetings, and this body voted one night to stop them. This body is a majority, and they have the right to rule.
They don't have the right to contradict and convert a state contradict the state law.
You just said that if it disrupts the meeting, then they have that right. And it's obvious it's disrupting the meetings. Here we are, 15 minutes in, and this is what we're debating.
It's not from the recording.
That's exactly what we're asking you to do. Stop the recording.
No, it's the camera is not disrupting anybody.
Mr. Tortorice, you have that right. And if you feel that your rights are violated, you have the right to file a civil action to do that.
Yep, that has begun, and the claims been
But
issued.
tonight, for this meeting to go on, you have to stop the recording devices. So the choice is yours. When you stop the meeting and not have it, or you can stop the recording devices.
I stand firm that you're violating state law and also my constitutional rights.
And I appreciate that. That's not the issue. The issue right now is the meeting's been called, their meeting's been adopted, the agenda's been adopted, and the chairman is asking that you stop the recordings according to the resolution that was adopted.
The resolution is invalid because it violates state law.
All right. The next option that they have would be to have someone escort you out or escort the stuff out. That's your choice.
Make the call. I mean, I'm here. I'm recording.
Matt, please just take it down. Please.
No. This gives me more right for my office.
You're not proving any point, though, brother.
Well, what are they trying to hide? That's the question.
We're not going to hide anything if we can have a meeting tonight.
Whoa. Let's don't talk.
Take it down.
The chair is in control of the meeting.
All right. Escort Mr. Tortorice.
What's next?
Got another one.
you ever had someone play right into the hands of breaking the law? And I mean, you gotta teach people to listen the hard way.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yep. I forgot my GoPro.
Okay.
No, I'm protecting myself. You've involved the police, and now you've made it into a even bigger issue. So appreciate that. I'll get it. I appreciate them involving the police. That made it even to a bigger issue. So thank you. I'll try to keep you out of it, but I can't make any promises. I mean, you should be pretty well versed in all this with police training and First Amendment rights and everything. You too.
Fast forward to September, and I get an email from a viewer bringing this story to my attention. So I reached out to all the council members for a comment to see what they had to say. I did get a response back from Councilman Tortorice, and he gave me an interview. And here's what he had to say.
Hello, everyone. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you directly about an issue that strikes at the very heart of our rights as citizens, our First Amendment rights. Recently, our City Council took to the alarming step of banning the recording of their public meetings. This decision wasn't just wrong, it was a direct attack on the transparency and accountability that our democracy depends upon. The right to record these meetings and to document and share what's happening in our local government is a fundamental part of the First Amendment, and it's how we ensure that the power remains in the hands of the people, not hidden away behind closed doors. When I stood up for this right, I was unjustly removed from a meeting by the police for simply trying to do what the law and the Constitution protect. The city attorney has tried to justify these actions by twisting the facts, claiming that my behavior was disruptive, but the truth is clear. It's about silencing anybody who dares to shine a light on what's happening in our government. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. Our right to free speech, to access information, to hold our own government accountable. These are the rights that are being threatened. But we won't back down. We're going to keep standing up, speaking out, and depending on the transparency and accountability that every citizen deserves. I'm asking for all of your support to ensure that our government remains open and honest. Let's keep fighting for our rights and make it clear that the First Amendment isn't just a privilege, it's our duty to protect.
So I did a little more research and decided that the JTown Press needed to go to the next meeting. And here's what happened.
Is anybody here from the news media? That camera can be set up outside. They said you can't sit up here.
I'm sorry?
You can't set the camera up in here. You can sit up outside, but you can't sit up in here.
What do you mean sit up in here?
Camera.
I don't know. So what do you want me to do with the camera?
They said you can do it in the hallway.
What do you mean do it in the hallway?
You can set up the camera in the hallway. The mayor just said it. I'm just passing it on. Okay, you can't set the camera up there.
Well, Alabama statute says that I can record in
He's
here.
saying you can't set the camera.
Well, I don't care what you say. So yeah.
You got to move the camera.
Okay, what happens if I don't?
Well, you might go to jail.
Oh.
So,
Alabama statute says I can
Okay,
record
but
public meetings.
the-
Are you going to violate Alabama statute?
no. Our attorney said.
I don't care what your attorney
Listen, you
attorney
cannot put the
whoa,
camera in the bottom
whoa.
line.
Okay, when
I'm
he
actually
comes
real
back.
nice.
Well, it's not on right now, so
Okay, but
when he
still.
comes back in, he can move his camera.
Okay, that'll be fine.
It's up to him, though. That's not up to
Well,
me.
no, it's going to be up to us.
Well, it's up to
It's up to the
him.
city.
No, it's up to him.
Okay, I'm done with it, okay?
Wow. So you're going to violate the people's rights, huh? Why are y'all so anti-transparent, Chief?
First of all, I'm just doing my job.
No, you're not. Your job is to uphold your oath to the Constitution, to the American people that voted these people in.
Okay, you still got to move the camera, okay?
Well, we'll see. Yeah. We got a Constitution, Chief. You want to sit there and wipe your tail with it? Is that what you want to do?
I'm the middle person.
No, you're not. You're supposed to uphold your oath,
How long
sir.
you been a police officer?
Well,
How long you been a police officer?
I bet you I know the Constitution, sir. It's called the Constitution.
but still you gotta do it out here.
Constitution. Constitution, sir. Freedom of press. Alabama statute. Law. You don't make law. You're not a policy enforcer or a feelings enforcer. You're a law enforcer. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to go to federal court, Chief, you want to go to federal court?
I've been sued before.
Okay, Mr. Defendant, Defendant 1. That's what I'll call you. Instead of the Chief, you're Defendant 1 from now on. No, you're not. Your job is to uphold the people's rights.
Your role is to hold the law.
Okay, no,
and the mayor doesn't make the law.
So basically, he's the law.
That's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict of interest.
He's my boss?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, the people are your boss, sir.
Ma'am.
The people are your boss.
Ma'am, you got to move the camera. That's all.
That's not my camera. So when somebody comes back in, he can decide that.
Arbitrarily, you can't change regulations.
Man, how come you talking to him? Why you ain't nothing?
Because this business meeting is
Because he actually understands that he works for the people.
Yeah,
These people right here is who he works for.
No.
You don't work for the mayor.
Ask you a question. You want to talk about everything here? Why don't you go in there?
He doesn't need to because he's open and transparent, unlike you.
I'm talking about Mayor.
The business meeting happens out here in public.
Mayor. When I first got here, the business meeting was in here. You don't want to start this.
Because it needs to be in public.
That's exactly
Where
right.
did you start it, man?
What?
Where did we start when I first came? You was in there with me, correct?
Yeah, because I didn't know better.
You know better, okay.
Yes, now I know better.
As long as she knows she can't, you guys move it.
No, there's no law or rule, and the mayor can't make that up arbitrarily.
So it says the mayor makes law now?
I mean,
You going back?
You're a law enforcement. Did you raise your right hand?
I'm through talking to you.
Oh, I'm talking to you though. I'm not done with you.
the problem is they put you in a position by passing a rule that violates state law. Do it?
And you see what you just said?
Yeah, they passed a rule that violates state law. They can't pass a rule that violates state law. It's called
Yeah, it's actually a federal court, sir. It's a 1983 civil rights violation.
The bottom line is they're trying to deprive me of my rights and the citizens of their rights, be it color or law. It's a big problem. And I mean, I'm out here for the people. If you have any questions or concerns, I'll talk to those people and ask them what's going on. Like, I mean, don't let them use you as a bully pulpit. That's all, you know.
I was told that he wanted to hear the meeting inside. Okay, that's all I did.
Well, get your cuffs warmed up.
I got it.
Good, good. We'll make you an honest man and make you remember your oath. Defendant 1. I swear to defend the U.S. Constitution and the Constitution of the Alabama and uphold the laws that legislature passes, not what some random mayor, Pro-Tem, that's not even voted in by the people, say. You listen to me, Defendant 1?
Sir, they said you can use my I got a report to leave. Okay, they said you can. City attorney, I know that you're talking.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to bring him out here? Do you want to take it, or you want to? Yeah.
I may just be taking an arrest.
Yeah, warm up your handcuffs. Yeah. Yeah, warm up your handcuffs. You might want to go ahead and get them out, because.
According to the Alabama Open Records or Open Meetings Act, I mean, we can record public meetings.
Yeah.
It's perfectly lawful.
Yeah.
I mean, what would the charge be?
I guess disrupting the meeting, I guess.
How are we disrupting it?
City meeting hasn't started yet.
I said when the meeting starts.
Okay. So how is a camera? It's called Price v. Garland.
When the city attorney gonna talk.
Yeah, it's called Price v. Garland. A camera can't be
Money back
expressive.
from the city attorney.
Yeah, Chief, don't put yourself in the middle of all this.
I'm just doing the job.
But your job is to uphold your oath, sir.
And now I'm holding my own.
Okay.
And your feelings and everything's being voiced here, what's being hidden? You should have brought a bunch of pacifiers, is what we should have brought instead of the federal tax there. Yes, I said it. Because you need one big pacifier.
Good.
If you can take that camera off.
Oh, I'll point it all day long.
No, you're not.
Oh, and now I am. You made the center. You want to make yourself the center of attention?
The entire council's here.
No, she's not going to film me. I don't want to be filmed.
Well, then
You're
go
not
out in
gonna
private.
film-
Go in private.
No, I'm not.
Go in private.
No, I'm not.
Go in private. Go in public.
We have 4 of the entire council's here. They're just refusing to come out and speak you out.
It's been corrupt for too long, huh? Said it's been corrupt for too long, huh? Yep.
If I could have everybody's attention, please. My name is Erskine Funderburg. I'm the lawyer for the city, and a majority of this council has asked that I give you a little, just a brief, I guess, statement as to where we are and how we got here. There's quite a bit. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody that's here. The city of Margaret has not denied access to any meeting at any time to anyone. If you want to attend our meetings and observe, you're more than welcome to any time to do that. What happened is in July of this past year, this body unanimously passed an ordinance or a resolution that said no recording by video or audio means in this room. And part of the basis for that was we had a councilman that was recording, but yet he was not making the recordings available to everyone. he was picking and editing and posting and placing on the internet, and this board was having a problem passing minutes of the meeting. The official record of all boards and council are the minutes that they adopt. And in fact, at the last meeting, I think we adopted 3, if not 4, sets of minutes for our meetings. So at the first meeting in August, the councilman was made aware that in the July meeting, a resolution had been passed unanimously that you could no longer record by video or audio. He took those instruments down and we proceeded to have the meeting. What happened at the second August meeting was he refused to take those items down. And tonight, I think we have the camera back up again and more stuff back up again. And he's made complaints to the local district attorney and apparently called lots of the media as well to bring them in. Now, the law, and I'm going to read it word for word, says, and this is entitled 3625A6, recording of a meeting of a governmental body, except while in executive session, may be openly recorded by any person in attendance by means of a tape recorder or any other means of sonic, photographic, or video reproduction, provided the recording does not disrupt the conduct of the meeting. Next sentence. The governmental body may adopt reasonable rules for the implementation of this section. In 1993, Fairfield adopted a very similar ordinance whereby they said there would be no recordings. Their exception was to any recognized media members. That was taken down to the Attorney General. The Attorney General of Alabama said there was nothing inappropriate about the time and place restrictions. In 2005, the Sunshine Law was passed. Some of you may be familiar with the Sunshine Law. It says everybody has the right to attend the meeting. And what it actually says is you have the right to attend and observe. Nowhere within the statute or nowhere within the law does it say anyone has the right to record. Now, tonight, and I will give you copies, any of you that wish a set of the law, the letter from Mr. Harmon, and the response from me are welcome to a copy. I have 5 of them here. Tonight, this council is here to conduct business. But the law in this room, as we see here, is based on the July rule. And the July rule says there will be no recordings in this room. And everyone here with a recorder is being given the opportunity to step out into the hallway and put your recording out in the hallway. And that's it. That will be up to this body as to whether or not they change that rule, whether they adopt rules concerning that rule. But right now, the law in this city of Margaret is there's no recording in this room. And if you have a problem with that, there's a statute that says you can file a lawsuit.
Absolutely.
The councilman cannot file a lawsuit. They are forbidden to file a lawsuit against themselves. That's in the law as well.
Ours can also let it be known that the council was not given a copy of that letter prior to making surface of the media and so on and so forth, which Dr. Lyle Horn's office, which is the county district attorney, said when that letter was delivered to the city, every elected official should have received a copy of that letter. But for 7 days it was hidden from every one of us until Mayor Pro-Tem said he didn't know he was supposed to give it to anybody. So for 7 days we knew about it, and the only way we found out about it was in making the news.
Sure.
Now, so if we're trying to hide transparency from a letter that comes to City Hall, it's pretty obvious tonight what else we're trying to hide.
I don't know what's trying to be hid.
Well, why would it take 7 days for us to receive a copy of that letter?
Well, I don't know.
Me neither.
I have no idea, but I really don't understand whose job it is to come up here to see what business is occurring. You each have a duty to do that. And I've been telling you that for the last year. You can't just show up at the meeting and expect to have a packet of documents that tells you everything that's going on. Nobody in this city has the time or the staffing to do that. And what happens is you get an agenda, and then you come up here and you discuss it like a gentleman.
Gentlemen, one person received that letter. that's also a member of this council. Why would we not share it?
I received it, it was emailed to me on August.
That's not what I asked you. What I asked you was one person
All I can
received
tell you
a
is
copy of that letter.
I don't know who received
But your office had a copy of it as well.
that's what I was trying to tell you. I was sent a copy of it.
Right.
That's what I can tell you, and that's what I know.
So why would you not send us that copy?
I did. I replied the next day and sent it to the clerk.
So what was the other 6 days that we had to wait on?
Have you come and talked to the clerk about it?
Shouldn't have to. If one person on this council receives it, everybody should receive it. By that not happening, it looks like we're trying to hide something.
Well, I just explained to you what happened. Nobody's trying to hide anything.
But you're the only one that's had to explain it. Why are we explaining it now? 10 days later?
Because this is the meeting.
Oh.
That's what this is.
But don't we all have email?
This is that would be hiding from the public what's happening, Mr. Ray.
Well, we didn't hide it from the public because the public had it. If the media's got it.
Mr. Ray, this is a public meeting. They're going to attend and observe what's happening.
So you still haven't answered my question why we didn't receive notification of it when everybody else did.
I don't, Mr. Ray, I can't answer the question.
Okay.
I'm not the clerk who received the letter on behalf of the city.
It was delivered.
Well, and you're not answering my question. Who received it? Maybe that's
An employee of the city of Margaret is what I was told from Lyle Harmon's office.
That's the person you should speak with. Maybe you should speak to that employee or that department head. If you know so much, then talk to that person, because I don't know.
There's a lot of people that knows a lot. We're running from it.
What did Lyle Harmon's letter say?
You want the conversation or the letter?
His opinion.
His opinion to me was that he didn't know what was going on over here, that it clearly says the word may and not shall. But that you were very upset and accusing the council of hiding things.
You're obfuscating the obvious. What did he say?
I'm not obfuscating anything. I've told you here's copies. I will make the copies available to anyone who wants to read them.
His letter?
And that's what we do. We make it available to the public for them to digest the facts as they want to, not how you want to spin it or I want to spin it. You give it to the public and you let them decide with their minds. They vote and they put you guys in charge, and the majority of this body runs the business. And when you're on the shallow end and lose, you still have to go along with the majority vote. And the majority has voted. And you don't want to respect that. And that's why you were asked to leave the last meeting. Because you were asked to take it down, and you're going to be asked tonight, take it down. And it's up to you.
The majority has no right to violate state law. And that's what...
Mr. Tortorice, you've had a month to file suit. If you think that they're violating the law, you can file suit.
Lyle Harmon, district attorney, said that ruling, or that motion is against the law.
He did not say that. That is not contained anywhere in these letters.
Oh, it doesn't get it.
Then let's give it to the public and let them read it.
They've seen it, doesn't get it.
Because the open meeting law says that you may attend and observe. And we have never denied anyone to attend and observe. There's nobody that's been told they cannot attend and observe. But what we're not going to do is turn the meeting into a circus. So, I've been asked to ask all those with recording devices, please step into the hallway so they can conduct their business. And if not, we'll deal with it accordingly.
So, Lyle Harmon says,
Okay, I'm on.
Lyle Harmon said, while I've been unable to locate the resolution on the website, viewing the videos provided by Mr. Tortorice indicates that the resolution exists. In reviewing Mr. Tortorice's allegation, Alabama Code 3625A1 through 3625A11, and in discussion with the Alabama Attorney General's office, it is my opinion that the resolution violates Alabama Section 3625A-6, which states a meeting can be recorded by any person. And so you just spun by ignoring the body of this law.
All I did was read the statute.
I'm calling the meeting to order.
Can I ask a question before you call the meeting to order? But the attorney gave an instruction based on, I just tried to get clarity.
It's going to be addressed. Just give them a second.
Okay.
Open prayer.
Yes. Father God, we thank you.
To the flag of the United States.
Good evening, citizens. So I'd like to apologize for all y'all who got y'all busy schedule to get here for us today, be a part of this meeting, try to conduct some business. But at this moment, I am going to make a motion that we reconvene this meeting at a different time. These disruptions are not allowed. So, I'm sorry to tell y'all that, but I'm making a motion right now to reconvene this meeting at a later time if recording devices are not taken to the hall. And that is for, and the reason behind that I'll give is citizens have edited, recorded, and edited all out of the parts that they didn't want online. And it's not accessible to everybody. So, I don't remember the exact date, but I know we voted on it as a body to buy equipment for the city of Margaret to live stream and record. Some of us were not informed that we have that equipment, myself included. So we do have that, and we have plans to implement that. And that way the city of Margaret has control of it, and nobody, including Councilman Tortorice, can go edit it and only put what he wants out there and spin it however he wants to spin it. It will be live streamed, so that way you know it's no editing and nothing like that is going on. But as of right now, that is what is going to happen. That is the motion I made.
So, the council can't do the motion.
All in favor?
No, we got discussion. We got a lot of discussion. See, so you can't find everybody. So the council has no right to deprive citizens of their rights under the color of law, and that's what's occurring here. They're just
Because of the disruption, which it is doing right now, we can't even get to the agenda because you're here about recording. When we got the news here that can record it, we got stuff in there that can be set up. That's what you're not understanding.
Your motion caused the disruption, not my actions. So the bottom line is, what we have here is an attempt to bury the
Bottom line is you don't get people online with you and you pitch a fit.
No.
That is what's going on.
So
you don't get the votes you want and you pitch a fit.
At the last
the bottom line.
Tortorice was asked to leave. We had the best meeting we have had since we've had this council together. Yeah.
No citizen that was here was upset that you were taken out.
So
we conducted business.
So I represent 50% of the city, and they deserve to have a voice up here. And the fact that the rest of these are trying to single me out, isolate me, and censor me, it should show everybody what's really going on here. I mean, there's a major shift in the power up here on the representation for this city. Like when one person has 50% of the residents in their city, and they have one voice and one vote on the council, it is continually being censored by the rest of the council. And that is the underlying problem. And they have already deprived me of my rights twice, and will continue to deprive everyone of their rights as long as they're allowed to get away with it. And I mean, the underlying issue here is not just a state law, but a federal law. And what we have here is that people trying to use their power and law to censor their political opponents.
I have a question. You recorded that last meeting that you were allowed to record. Was it on there when you called all of us cowards and you called Reverend Beverly a coward and a hypocrite? Was that on there?
It could be.
No, it was not. It was not on there. Well, they edited it out.
It was taken down due to
We've had multiple outbursts from the crowd that you have taken out for whatever reason.
Again, you're trying to take something that happened after you violated my rights and use it.
I had my reason. It's not after. If you don't want to come talk to me, you'd rather go to the news and you'd rather...
Listen, you violated my rights. You violated every citizen's rights in here. And you voted to suspend the rules and pass a motion that violates state law and federal law. Then you violated, you deprived me of my rights under the color of law. Whether I talk to you or not, you're not allowed to violate state law. It's that simple. Just like Chief Bill's isn't allowed to kick someone out just because the mayor told him to. You are not a dictator. This is a council. This is a city. This is a government. We fall under the Constitution and the state Constitution. And we can't.
One point of order, Mr. Chairman. I think y'all need to just take a breath. When you took your oath of office, you swore to uphold the laws of the Constitution.
That's right.
And then you immediately adopted Robert's Rules of Order as your parliamentary procedure. And that means the chair of the body that's meeting basically controls the meeting. And anyone that the chair deems to be out of order can be censured from anywhere from censure to removed.
Not if you violate state law and federal law. That's the problem. You can't deprive people of rights under the color of law.
Mr. Tortorice, the law does not create a king of any particular body.
You just said
the vote of this body that you have to respect. and they voted for no recordings. If it's an illegal act, your recourse is through the courts. Or you come back up here at every meeting and make your own motion to change that. And when you get the majority votes, you would win, or if you get a court order that tells us we're doing something wrong. But what you can't do is continually come up here to obstruct the meeting. That's not the oath you took.
Well, they took this up off the Constitution and they violated it.
And you said a federal law. Would you please tell me what federal law we're violating?
1893, First Amendment, let's see, what's the other one? Deprivation of rights.
What portion of the Constitution are we violating under the 1983 Civil Rights Act?
You're stripping me of my ability to record and express myself and protect myself under the First
The
Amendment.
right to record is not the right to express. You're being given the floor each and every opportunity you can to express your opinion. The fact you cannot convince a majority to go along with you has nothing to do with your rights being violated.
I bring the work to the table, bring it up here, bring it to the public, put my work out there. It doesn't faze me that it doesn't pass, but when my rights are tread on, that is a problem, and that's something that I cannot abide by.
The only, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I can assure you, since this country was founded, and cities have been meeting, and counties have been meeting, they were able to carry forward business without any recordings. They did it by handwritten documents, and that's called the minutes. And not until 2005 am I even aware of any law that was passed concerning recordings. And it clearly says may, as in may I. And this council, as a majority, has ruled, has said, no, you cannot. So, you can either take the recordings out, or there's about to be a vote to reconvene the meeting. That's what's going to happen.
The League of Municipalities spoke otherwise. All the attorneys that represent us at the state level this week advised the same thing.
They file lawsuits,
And our district attorney that I saw here in our county said that it's against the law.
I respect your opportunity to speak, but again, I don't control it. The chair provides control. We have a motion to accept. When he terminates discussion, there's going to be a vote.
So why don't we just make everybody leave like I did Matt last week, 2 weeks ago?
we're not disrupting the meeting.
I don't think anybody's talking to anybody sitting out
We've
there.
been in here since 5 minutes to 6, and it's 6:16, and we have taken up no business. That is disruption.
Call by your law that you passed.
All right, Harris made the motion, James second. I need a vote. All in favor?
I guess you'll have to keep them cold. Said, I guess you'll have to keep them cold, the cuffs. Did you want to make a comment real quick?
I just think showing transparency at the end of the day
Right.
is the right thing to do, and while we run from showing transparency,
Right.
being accountable for what we've been elected to do.
Well,
Beside me, I mean, it's absurd that we can do it everywhere else. I don't know.
Recordings, this is like a big golden question. Like with the council members recording and everything, and then the advice you gave, which I totally disagree with, and then this gentleman up here made a motion to kick all press and media out and everything. What's the difference between his camera and these? Like, why are we suffering because of something y'all are claiming him to have done?
Well, the motion that was made back in July basically said no audio or video recording.
You can't make a motion to violate the First Amendment.
That's not violating the First Amendment.
Freedom of the press.
Sure, and you have every right to sit in here, but you don't have the right to record.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. It's a very well-established right.
Just like
The 11th,
for 150 years, the press has written it down.
The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, Smith versus Cumming, has guaranteed to everybody the rights to record their public officials in the course of their duties.
And also, they also used flint rifles when they came up with the Second Amendment, but we can also use the AR-15 now. So what's your point?
Cumming, it's a case law in Cumming, Georgia. Alabama falls in the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals.
Sure does.
Yeah. Smith v. And also, look up Price v. Garland. This can't cause a disturbance.
Anybody can do it.
The Alabama Sunshine Law says anybody has the right to attend and observe.
The Alabama Sunshine Law doesn't override the U.S. Supreme Court.
The U.S. Supreme Court has never ruled on this issue.
Yes, they.
It's a well-established right.
I don't have a law degree, dude. I don't have a law degree.
You and I are arguing the difference in being in the meeting and being in the meeting and recording the meeting.
Yeah, bye, go. You're dumb.
Yeah, it's not you record the meeting.
I hear you cursing. You do.
Don't threaten me, sir. That's
Yeah,
too much.
you're dismissed.
Don't threaten me.
You're dismissed, coward.
Wait, what did you just say to him?
I said he was dumb.
Ma'am, you're gonna take that camera down out of my face.
I said he was
It's here.
I threatened. He threatened to take me out back.
I will defend myself. I'll defend myself.
Take the sunglasses off so we can see who you
I don't have to.
To do that.
So why you gotta hide behind those sunglasses?
Wife needs to go.
Say what now? What did you just say?
Come down.
You called somebody an N-word?
No. John Ray did.
John Dre called you an N-word?
Yeah, he did.
When?
Absolutely. He absolutely did.
Video?
Then tried to call my job, telling me I'm a liar.
You got the video?
Tried to have me fired.
You got the video?
Oh no. We have a man. We got witnesses. It's in a federal lawsuit. Go ask him about it.
Oh, it's already in a lawsuit? Oh, okay.
So, wait, but he's the only city council.
Can you tell me? Now, what's the case so I can look it up?
Yeah, we'll look at the case. You got the case number?
Do you know who versus who? You know who is it versus who?
Is it in federal?
Yeah, it's federal. Go look it up. What is it? I forgot that website. You look it up on. Look up City of Margaret for the lawsuit.
Pacer.
City of Margaret versus. He's the only city council. City of Margaret versus the Bunky Wiggins.
Well, it should be in Pacer. Then it's probably in Pacer.
You know that case number on.
Say what now?
I said I was moving so you don't hit me.
No, come on. That case number.
I ain't got time for no.
I know I don't either, man. Y'all have a great day. God bless y'all.
Don't say no God bless.
God bless you, ma'am.
Well, we'll look it up. Yeah.
I'm always up and looking. Yeah.
James.
Really?
James.
Why is she doing this?
Go ahead, James.
Why is she so aggressive?
Garbage wife or a garbage mayor Pro-Tem?
You need to stop.
Wow.
You gonna get your fat ass kicked, okay?
Garbage. Somebody call the truck. Where's the garbage truck at? Come get the garbage truck.
Council voting tonight to suspend their scheduled meeting because of what they call disruptions related to recording devices.
Steve, Brittany, yes, we were able to record, but it got pretty heated tonight in the city council chambers. Margaret City Attorney Erskine Funderburg addressed 3-2. After the meeting, I asked those in favor of the recording ban who it applies to. So at the next meeting, we'll and record the meeting.
You can. I think there will always be an exception for recognized media.
That the resolution violates Alabama state code, saying, quote, the council should reconsider any resolution that restricts all open recordings during city council meetings.
All right, one is, you got your video.
Taking the zip over there?
Yeah.
No, they don't. They can't override state law.
Yes, they do.
No, they can't.
There it is, right there. Read it. Tell me what part they can't override.
Meeting of the government body except for an executive session may be openly recorded by any person, anything that's a tape recorder, by any other means, sonic text, whatever. And as long as it does not disrupt the conduct of the meeting.
And who makes that decision?
No.
Yes.
No.
Man,
I've got
who runs the country?
I've got the
Who runs the country? The Congress, the President, and the people elected. The same that runs this city. And the majority vote in their rules.
You read the last line, that the government body may adopt reasonable rules for implementation of the section which
And did you? Did you?
The whole thing about
Did you? You did not.
No, the whole
Listen. You usurped everybody's authority and you started doing this on your own. And they voted as a body to not allow it to happen.
No.
And you can either, you can either recognize it or we can go back out there and the same thing's going to happen. But you're going to take the recorders out or the meeting will not proceed.
Let's do it. I mean, because they're violating my First Amendment rights and...
They're not violating any rights.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
What does that say?
It says anybody can record a meeting.
Unless it does what?
There is no way. No.
Has it been a problem since the first day you put it up, man?
No.
Right, has it been a problem since the first day you put it up? Because you've been there, you're going to be witness. The only way you can enforce this is a lawsuit. You're going to have to file it. I'm asking you. You sit right beside him. Has this been a problem since the first day he put it up? Yes or no?
I mean, I think people's
frustrated with it. But if you remember right.
Absolutely no question.
But if you remember.
Every one of y'all needs to resign and let the people vote, because I don't think any of you are gonna get reelected.
I agree.
I'm just telling y'all, you ain't gonna get reelected. But the majority rules out there on that body.
No, they cannot
Show me
contradict.
the part of the code that says that the majority of this organization doesn't rule.
They cannot contradict state law.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Okay.
You remember.
You do what you gotta do, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and that's gonna come out when the meeting starts.
Can I ask you a question? Remember when all this transpired in the very beginning, we said we was going to record them and so on and so forth, and that's going to buy an iPad and all that. You remember all that?
I do. It's on the minutes.
I mean, I haven't done anything.
The question is not, have you done anything? Matt does not want to recognize when he gets outvoted. Matt refuses to recognize every time he's on the losing end of an issue. He wants to continue that issue instead of moving on to the next issue. And the first issue tonight is going to be those cameras and that video recorder and the fact that he posted a recording of the last meeting after he was told not to.
You posted?
I wasn't told that. I was told to take the camera down, but the camera was rolling for 10 minutes. Like, there's no...
I don't know what you did or didn't do. I'm just telling you what I've been told.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter. That body out there can censor you. That body out there can remove you from the meeting. Your vote cannot be heard.
So you're saying...
You fail to recognize the entire code. It says the majority rules.
No, I've already filed the claim with the DA, and the DA is confirmed. I'm just waiting on the paperwork.
He's called. And he says the only civil action you have is the civil action. It says it in here.
Yeah, they're violating the state law.
That's your opinion. And if you win your lawsuit, that'll be great. What's your damage? What's your damage? Who has been denied access to these meetings?
Everyone.
No one.
Yeah.
Neither one wants to walk in there has that. You fail to recognize that what it says in the Sunshine Law, everyone has the right to attend and observe. It doesn't say anything else. It says attend and observe. Okay? Just so you know. The second thing is, Mayor submitted another resignation letter today. Don't know why. But his resignation letter, he post-dated it, and he wants to make it effective next week. And I don't think the rest of them are agreeable to that, but I thought y'all at least needed to know what he did. So it's going to come up at the end, I guess.
I mean, why post it?
Why post what?
It's 6 months.
Why do you resign? Why do you solicit a job to get appointed and then twice resign?
All I know is we got to come together and do this forward.
I'd love to tell you how.
I don't know about it. I mean, I try to level head out there, so try to move it along.
Well, you got an agenda tonight. Just vote on each one of them that you can vote on. Majority rules, rock on to the next one, go on to the next one. That's all you can do.
I can get out of here before 9 and work.
Oh, you gonna get out tonight. There ain't gonna be none of this yang. If I have to interject, this damn talking,
all this shit here,
talking and going on, it ain't gonna happen. You're gonna get one shot at the apple, that's it.
I mean, all this shit here, this running, you know,
I know.
my interject, I mean,
I got on to the mayor, and maybe that's why it might be why he's quit, but I just told him this is
they
ridiculous.
should have 90 seconds at the end. Say what you got to say, be
No, they shouldn't have that.
Well, the body...
I'm thinking that right.
Well, the crowd is not allowed to call a point of order either.
That's true. Only you guys. Only you guys have any authority to do anything. That's what you're elected to do. The business of the city. All right, let's go back here.
And there will be a part 2. It gets way more explosive. You guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Remember, all the links will be in the description and pinned comment. If you guys got a story to tell JTown, make sure you email me at thejtownpress@gmail.com. And make sure you go over to check out the JTown merch. The freedom of the press is one of the greatest bulwarks of liberty and can never be restrained but by despotic governments.